The internet piled onto Kristi Noem after a new bombshell report published by CNN revealed that the DHS secretary had waited 3 days before approving disaster aid for Texas after the deadly Kerr County flood. So, according to 4 anonymous sources, FEMA had ran into some procedural roadblocks when officials tried to release aid to these Texas communities that were impacted by the flood. So, and this flood, by the way, no joke.
Water, big water, ocean water.
Not ocean water, but you know what I mean.
One of the wettest we've ever seen from the standpoint of water.
So now they were hit by these floods, and again, the death toll, over 100 people dead. Still, there are people that are missing, presumed dead. Billions of dollars worth of damage. And yet, FEMA, well, look, they eventually released some aid, but it took a while. And it's, again, because of the new agency rules put in place by Kristi Noem. One of them requiring expenditures over $100,000 to be approved by Noem personally, according to the report. So if you want help, you gotta go and grovel and appeal to Kristi Noem so that she will personally release the funding to help your destroyed communities. Wow, that's pretty messed up, but completely on brand for this regime. CNN reported that FEMA was unable to move urban search and rescue crews into position when the waters started rising on Friday because that needed Noem's signature, which did not come until Monday. What? Why so long? I mean, it's an emergency. What could be more important than that? Oh, that. Which one do you like for official governor's portrait to hang in the South Dakota state capitol? Yeah, that was Kristi Noem asking on Sunday about her portrait. Which portrait should she use? As people in Texas were suffering from the result of these floods. And that is not the only delay. Texas had also requested aerial imagery from FEMA to bolster their search and rescue operations. Very important when you have missing people. Time is of the essence. That was, of course, similarly delayed because Noem's approval was once again needed, according to a source. Wow. Not only that, but callers to FEMA's disaster call center were forced to wait longer for a response, since once again, Noem's signature was necessary for them to be able to bring in additional staff. So basically, Kristi Noem has set it up to where anything and everything needs to be personally signed off by her. Wait, she's not even the director of FEMA. Well, we don't actually have a director of FEMA. We have a acting director. Well, where's that guy? Oh, David Richardson? Nobody knows. He's not there. And that's really it. And even if he was there, it's not like he can really do anything. He has not been given really any authority to act without Noem's approval. Now, look, maybe if she had taken her job a little seriously, it wouldn't be quite so bad. But I think at the end of the day, releasing aid, especially in a timely fashion, should be, more or less probably automatic at this point, or pretty close to, okay? Or it should at least have people, more than one person, be authorized to do so. But no, you don't. Apparently not. Not. That's not how this works. Not in the Trump regime. Okay, and that to me that appears to be inefficient, especially when time is of the essence. But yet, it's probably working as intended. Look, for Noem having to sign off on all this stuff, it kind of makes me feel like she just wants that power to feel important. I don't know. But, as far as Trump and his allies are concerned, I know they're letting this happen because it will further erode trust in FEMA, which is already pretty low. And now, as a result of first Trump's lies during the election, saying FEMA is not actually helping people, even though it actually was. And now because of stuff like this, where they're actually no longer really helping people. And so the overall goal here is to erode trust in the agency, trust in the government, so that at the end of the day, they can get rid of agencies like FEMA so that rich people will not have to pay for it in taxes. That's really the goal here. Now, that said, DHS pushed back furiously about this, saying this reporting is an unparalleled, spelled wrong, display of activist journalism that distracts from the robust, coordinated federal response led by Secretary Noem that has saved over 900 plus lives. Secretary Noem is leading a historic, first of its kind approach to disaster funding, putting states first by providing upfront recovery support, moving money faster than ever. 3 days. 3 days. Y'all, 3 days. And jump-starting recovery. This is a breakthrough in how FEMA supports state-led disaster recovery. Under President Trump and Secretary Noem's leadership, DHS is reforming FEMA to prioritize state-led, locally executed disaster response, as Texas has exemplified. Really? Wow. You know what I think of that statement? Bullshit. That's, yeah, pretty much. Wow. Now, again, getting back to Richardson, right? So I mentioned that he's not there. His face might as well be in a milk carton because he is gone. Okay, he is not there. Nobody has seen him. No one knows where he is. And so he's gone. And Secretary Noem, her rules, I should say, has added extra bureaucratic BS red tape to this agency that, again, Trump thinks shouldn't even exist in the first place. Now, of course, the internet did not hold back in responding to this report. Outrageous, said Republicans against Trump. This is conservative Bill Kristol, okay, saying, I'd assume Kristi Noem was just an average run-of-the-mill deplorable Trumpist, but I underestimated her stupidity, cruelty, and vulgarity. She's really bottom of the barrel. And of course, she heads an agency that's at the heart of Trump's authoritarian takeover. Another ex-user pointed out, my God, this administration is stupid as F. On Fox, Kristi Noem said that leaving Texas flood victims to fend for themselves is exactly what Trump envisioned when he scaled back FEMA's role in disaster response. Read another, nothing says pro-life quite like leaving people to die while Trump plays golf. Yeah, pretty much. What do you expect, though? This is Project 2025. Remember, on page 750, the writers of Project 2025 proposed an end to SBA direct lending. So this is a way to help, businesses and residents rebuild after these disaster storms, right? This is part of this. The Small Business Administration's Disaster Loan Program, for example, which provides low-interest direct loans to small business owners and households who need to repair and rebuild their properties. What would they put in their place? Nothing. The project suggests that privatization is one of the potential solutions to rebuilding homes and businesses after a disaster like this. This is the direction that FEMA is heading under the leadership of Kristi Noem. And of course, Trump. Every state is for themselves. Private industry now will be part of the recovery effort will and will do so by providing loans to people, but you can guarantee that they're not going to do it out of the kindness of their own hearts. No, they're going to be making sure, like any business, that they're going to get a return on investment. And that, again, is the point. This is just all part of the plan to completely dismantle government and to sell off all the constituent pieces to their elite friends. How many people are going to die as a result of this? I'm afraid that we're only getting started in finding out. Thank you for watching. If you enjoyed this video, please like, share, subscribe, hit the bell icon in order to get notified whenever a new video is released. And if you want to support independent, progressive media through this difficult time where it seems like everybody is shutting down, you become a member on our YouTube page, you become a subscriber on Facebook, or you can go to my Patreon. It's patreon.com/Jeff Waldorf. Thank you.